In this video, we're going to look at the outline method of note-taking. I hope that you all are already familiar with outlines. I hope that you have used them to organize information prior to writing papers, either in high school or for your intro lit courses here at the university. For those that haven't, or just to recap, an outline, you basically start with a topic, and the topic that we've chosen for demonstration purposes is pugs. What a lovely topic. You want to break down the information that you have about your topic into subtopics. That's just going to make it easier for you to remember the information when you can take a step back and take a look at a whole picture and understand individual components of that whole picture versus having individual facts that you're trying to memorize from Quizlet or something of that nature. So here we've chosen some subtopics: colors, health conditions, reasons to adopt. And then underneath those subheadings is where you want to really start getting specific about the pieces of information that you need to learn, or that you are going to present, or that you are going to write about. So here we've broken down into some basic facts, but we could still, of course, have drilled down a little further even. We could have gone into heart problems, for instance, and we could have lined out, 3 or 4 different heart problems that pugs are probably prone to. So, how far you drill down is basically just going to be based on the information that you have and that you feel is important in order to wholly learn or understand your concept. So, for the purposes of trying to integrate your technology usage into your note taking types, we've found some apps that we think that are the best in terms of user friendliness, easy to learn, affordability, cross-platform functionality, features, etc., for each different type of note taking. So for outlines, we've selected OneNote, and OneNote is a really, really good whole app because of the fact that it is part of the Microsoft package. Microsoft, of course, is a market leader, so many times when you turn on a computer here at school, in a library, in a tutoring center, at home, your friend's laptop, whatever, you're going to find Microsoft. And OneNote is part of your Office 365 subscription that you are provided with by IT for your student use. So it's a really good starting place. It's a very robust note-taking app, but it's very easy to use. It's very, very self-explanatory. There's not all these function and features, buttons you're afraid to click. So your opening screen looks a lot like this. You're on a page. You can have different notebooks, as you see across the top of my screen here. I have lots of different notebooks, and then within those notebooks I have all sorts of different types of notes. And those notes can be searchable. It's really, really a great app. OneNote works on your iPhone, on your Android phone, your Windows-based phone, your BlackBerry, your laptop, your Mac. It will work on just about anything. The only differences are going to be a couple of features are different across different types of devices, and obviously what type of input your device is. So touchscreen apps are going to work a little bit differently. If you have a device that has a stylus or pen or pencil, then obviously you're going to have some more functionality that's not available in a PC version. So that being said, a couple of things that I think are really neat about taking notes in OneNote is the ability to just manipulate the note to make it work for you. So, for instance, here is my outline, and maybe I look over and I say, oh gee, I really should have left some more space after heart problems. I have a lot of information that I should have put in there. So that's really not problematic. We just go over to our draw menu, we grab our lasso tool, and we literally lasso whatever pieces of information we want to work with. Now, I have a mouse that's going wonky, so I'm not doing a great job with selection, but if you have a decent mouse or whatever, it'll work better. So you grab that piece and then you can just move it. So I can move it over here, I can move it down here, and if, like I said, if I've done a great job of selecting my text, there's not going to be an issue with moving the text out of my way. So another thing that I use frequently in a meeting, because, I don't always have a mouse and, selecting stuff is not always easy in a hurry. Maybe we've left a topic and I think we're done and I'm moving on to taking notes on the next topic, and then somebody wants to revisit and I'm going, oh, well, I need to put some more info in here. I just zoom. I use my pinch to zoom, touch screen, boom. So I can get in here now and I can write pretty small and I can add in something under respiratory. Say, we can just go back in and say, oh, I want to add asthma there. So boom, that's done. And so that's a really handy feature. Also, you can scroll pretty far over to the right, so you can add more information to the side. You can draw lines and, do whatever you need to do, and then take your notes over here. Another feature that I think is really super cool is that, as you can see, my handwriting is not great. So maybe I want to have this typed up so that I can share it with a colleague, or just because I want it typed up to study from because I don't want to look at my own handwriting. Again, grab that lasso tool, come in, grab my text, and then over here at the top here, I just click ink to text. And it literally types out my notes, which I think is just absolutely time-saving, wonderful thing. Now, obviously, if I write sloppily and it can't pick it up, I'm going to have to go in and make edits. So I need to, keep that in mind when I'm writing, to slow down and try to write things legibly enough for it to pick up. The other good thing about this is that it makes searching easier, because now these are words that can be searched by the app. So if I'm looking for my notes on a particular topic, I'm much more likely to find what I need because my notes are now text that can be searched. So, in a nutshell, OneNote is really, really good for this type of note taking.